Good evening. We are here tonight at the very heart of the immigration crisis and saw images that would break the heart of any parent. CBS News cameras were allowed exclusively inside the largest migrant processing facility in the country. It's all right here along the southern border. We have seen still photographs of it before, but that is like nothing like witnessing in person young children lying on the floor on Mylar blankets and looking into their eyes and wondering what they're thinking as their lives are in limbo. We also talked to Border Patrol agents trying to do the best job they can. And in an exclusive interview, the acting Secretary of Homeland Security told us what more needs to be done, and he pointed a finger at Congress. We begin tonight inside the Ursula Migrant Processing Facility with a woman and her young son who recently crossed into the U.S. illegally in search of a safer and better life. Where are you from?
Venezuela.
Venezuela?
Sí. En Reynosa estuve casi 3 meses escuchando tiroteo. Terrible.
And you traveled the whole way with your son?
Y viajó con su hijo todo ese día. Sola.
Sí, sola.
Me dejaron botar en la selva. Tuve que caminar mucho.
A lot of walking. Yeah, a lot of
por el hijo.
walking.
Angelina Estrada and her 2-year-old son Martin is just one of the 815 families here. A journalist who says she was threatened by the Venezuelan government and knows the law that as a mother with a child, she will be allowed to enter the United States.
Are you getting warm food?
Sí, sí. Todo excelente, todo. Los pampers.
But you're sleeping on the floor.
Sí. Sí, en colchón.
It's extraordinary to see mothers and their children sleeping together on the floor in this 77,000 square foot facility. The toughest thing to see, these infants, alone, napping mid-morning in this makeshift nursery. They are just some of the nearly 300 unaccompanied children here. Without parents, they are being cared for by members of the Coast Guard.
This is the whole 55,000 square foot part.
We just walked the whole perimeter.
You just went around the entire perimeter.
And was any of this cleaned up or dressed up for us?
No, absolutely not.
We had exclusive access to this facility. There was no one we weren't allowed to speak with and nowhere we couldn't go.
This is not like anything I've ever seen before.
We were here with Kevin McAleenan, acting Secretary of Homeland Security. Also with us, Carmen Quaglia, the Chief Border Patrol agent who runs the facility in the Rio Grande Valley.
Have you ever let cameras inside here before, like this?
No. I made the decision to take the risk and bring cameras in, to be transparent about what we're facing and to show that to the American people and make sure that our Congress knows what we need to help us address this crisis.
You realize this may cause more criticism of what's going on here.
I think we need a national conversation based on the facts that are actually happening on our border to try to address and solve the problems.
A year ago, the country was shocked by still photos showing children being held in overcrowded cages. Today, it is cleaner and more well-organized, but it is still hard to look at.
I mean, you're the acting secretary.
Right.
And you're saying this is not good enough.
I've been saying it for a year.
The conditions for families there are much different than at the McAleenan Border Patrol Station for adults, where Vice President Mike Pence visited last week.
We're here at the McAleenan border station. It's the busiest there is, right?
Right.
How is it that they just got shower units last week?
So that's been a result of lack of funding to provide all the services that we'd like to provide. We prioritize children, obviously. We prioritize families, second, and single adults are the third to get that kind of humanitarian support.
So you're blaming some of the past conditions on Congress's lack of funding?
It's been a critical issue.
McAleenan says the solution is this so-called tent city named Donna, which is expanding. He says it is far better suited to house new migrants.
It just provides a lot more capacity. The big challenge with the overcrowding is people are uncomfortable because there's too many in small areas. We're going to be able to reduce that.
And those facilities possible because of the $4.6 billion supplemental that was approved.